anime say I'm Luke Halliday. As always, I'm very cool and I'm kind of a bit sexy. I'm not really sure about that, but a lot of people seem to think so. By a lot of people, I mean myself. Hello. I'm going to do my JoJo Phantom Blood Part 1 arc review. I know I'm late on this one. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, people. Anyways, Phantom Blood is actually one of my favourite arcs in JoJo. I know a lot of people don't really like it because there's no stands, there's none of all that, but I think that Phantom Blood is great in the way that it sets up the rest of the entire series while also being a great story in and of itself. Now you have Jonathan and Dio. Both grew up together, both had pretty tough lives, and you know, they made each other's lives pretty hard. Let's get out of the way. I've got to say, Jonathan is a very interesting shonen protagonist for a number of reasons. I think one, and actually probably this is the most, is that he is a complete gentleman. That is his entire personality. He's a gentleman in every regard. He really highly respects being a gentleman, and respect and, you know, all those sort of good values is what he's all about. He's purity. That's what he is. And opposing that is Dio, pretty much the devil. Dio is the devil. Oh my god, he is an evil bastard. No redeemable qualities. He is just flat out evil. And you know what? Actually, it's really refreshing because you always see these cool bad guys. Dio is just a dickhead. He is a dick. There's no doubt about that. Dio is a dick. He's not ashamed of being a dick. He just is. He doesn't care. That's who he is. And that's what I like about Dio. He's a straight up villain and he's easy to hate. And that's how a villain should be. You should hate a villain. You should want the good guy to beat the villain's fucking ass. And that's what you want in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1. You want Jonathan to kick Dio's vampire ass. And that's what happens. I want to say there's some really moving moments in Part 1 that I think David Production really handled quite well in their anime adaptation. I really loved the moment where George's Joestar dies, and you see Jonathan holding him in his arms, and Speedwagon's like, "Oh my god, Joestar, he just inherited his legacy, all this, you know, Speedwagon, Speedwagon," and it was just a very powerful moment. And I want to say, the other two moments is, of course, Zeppeli's death, where Jonathan inherits the will of Zeppeli, and all his ripple energy goes into Jonathan. That was a great moment. Very, very sad. Very sad. And especially love Zeppeli. He's an amazing character. Very funny guy. And, of course, the final moment in the final episode, Jonathan's sacrifice. And he's holding Dio's decapitated head in his arms, and he's like, "I don't hate you, Dio. If anything, I feel love for you." He loves Dio, because Dio is still his brother. He grew up his life as Dio is his brother, and as Jonathan is dying, to him the war is over with Dio. These two are brothers, and I think that really goes a long way to show who Jonathan is as a person. He doesn't hate Dio, and even though Dio is an irredeemably terrible human being or vampire, he's lost all his humanity, Jonathan doesn't hate him. He doesn't accept what he's done, he doesn't forgive him, but he just doesn't hate him for it. Because at the end of the day, Dio is still his brother. Not blood related, but still his brother. And that really shows that Jonathan is a truly good man. And you know, the fights in Part 1 aren't too, like, you know, there's a lot of, like, random stuff happens, but it's got an epic feel to it. Like, you've got I love the battle with, what's his name? Bruford? He has the sword and gives it the pluck to, Jonathan. That was a nice fight. The guy used his hair as a weapon, ripple on his hair or whatever it is. The battle of Tarkus was okay, but pretty much any battle with Dio was incredible. Like, I love the bit where they're falling. It just gets more and more ridiculous. Belt onto the pole, flinging. Oh my god, it's just ridiculous. But the over-the-top nature of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is just so exciting that you just get swept up, and it's not unbelievable. And that's the thing. All of this is so preposterous, but when you're watching it, you're so invested and you believe in this world, this bizarre world where all these characters. It's believable, and that's something that is so bizarre about this series. But it's also something very amazing, and I think part 1 really set the tone for the series. And you know, if you've read the manga like I have, you know a lot of amazing things are coming. I mean, I'm sure you've probably watched Battle Tendency by now if you are watching this video, because it's nearly finished as well. Battle Tendency is great. My review will be coming out for that soon. But part 1, Phantom Blood, excellent, excellent, excellent. Begins the ball rolling for everything. And you know, it's in itself, it's a great story. You know, these two brothers, both polar opposite people, and you know, they're destined to clash. And in the end, it was the undoing of both of them. And it's really the fate of that blood, as the song says. Anyways, like, comment, rate, subscribe. Check the Facebook and Twitter in the description box thingo. That's gonna be it. I'll be back with a what am I on about? Battle Tendency review, which I can tell you now, I love Battle Tendency, so keep an eye out for that. Hello, and goodbye.